Jimmy Haslam. You look at the Cleveland Browns as one of 32 vehicles out there, cars out there that you happen to purchase. Get rid of. Mike Holmgren and Pat Shurmur have to fucking go. I mean, the play calling. How the fuck do you go 3 and out every fucking series to begin the game? Could it be that you're out-coached, you're not equipped, you're ill-prepared, you don't know what the fuck's going on? How do you expect these players to perform? And here's the funny thing about it. I've been watching football all day. I got the chewing back. Here's the funny thing about it. When we spread the ball out and start throwing the ball and our receivers decide to catch the ball, we start moving the ball. But for some reason, early in the game, we're down. We're down 14-0, 4 minutes into the fucking game. Because Pat Shurmur thinks it's mandatory because you have Trent Richardson that you have to run the ball and establish a running game. Well, let me ask you something. Pat Shurmur, Mr. Miss Clock Management, Mr. Don't Know How to Fucking Do Nothing, Mr. Dare Caught in the Headlights on Sunday. Let me ask you something. The greatest football mind ever, Bill Belichick. What does he do 90% of the fucking time? He throws the ball. They spread the fucking field. But yet you want to strictly try to employ a running game when we're down 14-0. The play calling to start the game, I was listening to the radio, they were saying the play calls are scripted, whatever. You got a spy in your organization? Because it seems like everything we do, they know. I'm tired of this fucking shitty-ass product. And the defense missed tackles, this and that. After we were down 14-0, you guys played well. But still, being in a hole that fucking long. Well, I guess when your offense is 3 and out because your coach, like I said, you got 2 offensive coordinators. We got a guy in the press box calling the plays, signaling down to Pat Shurmur, who's like, well, I don't know if I like that play. It's got to be my way. It's got to be my way. This is absurd. Jimmy Haslam, I know you're a businessman. You can see what's going on here. The players ain't that bad. It's the goddamn guy running the fucking team. He's a joke. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. The same old bullshit. And our receivers dropping balls. I'll be honest with you. From what I've seen of Brandon Whedon today I'm going to go out here and tell you right now like it is. He is the best of the rookie quarterbacks that got drafted. Outside of them last 2 throws he had, whatever, when we were put in a position on 2nd and 30, whatever, to throw the ball downfield. The last one was a bad throw, whatever. But the one prior to that, when there's no choice, they're just going to sit on the route. He played better than any rookie out there today. The last 2 games, he's made tremendous strides. We have a good quarterback. We have a good running back. We have a few good receivers. Ben Watson, let me ask you something, Pat Shurmur. Let me ask you this question here, Patrick. Your motto is, if you don't practice, you don't play. Well, why the fuck? What's his name didn't play all preseason? He's slow. He's slow. He's slow. This is downright embarrassing. Oh, and then the hit DeQuell Jackson out of bounds, that killed any momentum we had going into halftime. But the biggest turning point of the game, outside of the fact in the first 2 minutes of the game, you had 3 and out. And the second 2 minutes of the game, you had 3 and out. And then after we're down 14-0, you had 3 and out. Defense behind the 8 ball, quarterback behind the 8 ball, everything. But the second turning point of the game is when we were 9 minutes left in the game, 8 minutes left, whatever. We got the ball fourth quarter, 10-point deficit. And your offense is running like it's the second quarter still. Like you got 2 quarters ago. There was no sense of urgency. We ended up punting the ball with six minutes left. We were at the 40-yard line after we had a perfectly thrown ball by Brandon Whedon, which was completed. But someone was holding over there. Maybe it was Joe Thomas or something like that. I don't fucking know. How many penalties we got. You know what? Here's the thing. The penalties are an undisciplined team. Your fucking team ain't listening to you. You know why? Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So like I'm saying, is we got to the 40-yard line outside of that penalty. By the time we would have scored, it would have been like a minute 50 left. And then we'd sit there and wonder why our defense, if it didn't stop, we'd have maybe a minute left on the clock if we got the ball back. Listen, why we only got a minute left? Because you weren't in no fucking hurry-up offense. What the fuck is wrong with you? You've been in this league how long? Look, Mike Holmgren should have never been hired for this job. The guy is clueless. He's clueless. So he hires Pat Shurmur. All right, this guy's clueless. Jimmy Haslam ain't going to let this go. What I'm seeing right now is unacceptable in Cleveland. I'm a diehard Browns fan from 1979 on. I see some talent on this team. I see a team that actually could be good, given the right coaching staff that puts the players in a position to win and not digs in a fucking hole. So every fucking game, we're down 14-0, just digging a hole. We're digging on out. And by the time they get to the top and they start peeking out to see what's going on, something else happens because of your ineptness. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. I mean, what the fuck do I gotta do? So, the first quarter of the game was over. 14-0. I told you it was over 14-0. And guess what? It was. It was. Like I said, Brandon Whedon is the best quarterback to come out of this draft. That played. He had a rough first game. Going against the fucking Eagles. First game back. First game in the NFL. No blocking. Offensive line can't fucking run block worth shit. They just get pushed back. But they can pass block somewhat. There was no blocking in the Eagles game. He picked apart Cincinnati, which RG3 couldn't. And he basically was picking apart Buffalo. But, for some reason, he was in a fucking big hole, digging out all fucking day, churning, digging out. And then when he got to the top and he started peeking over, I ain't gonna fuck this one up. But he started peeking over, something else happened. Something else happened. Our defense can't get off the field because they can't tackle. Penalties. This team is just in a disarray. What do I think is going to happen Thursday night? For some reason, I think Brandon Whedon's going to play good. I think our offense is going to play good. If you fucking learn, your scripted plays are fucking bullshit. They're scripted for everybody in the fucking National Football League. Everyone knows what they are. It's not mandatory to have a fucking running game in the National fucking Football League. Okay? It's not. Especially when your offensive line can't fucking open holes up. Because all I'm seeing on the offensive line right now, here's a snap. Boom, one unit's going forward and one's going backwards. And you know which one's going backwards? Ours. Because they can't run block. And is there a reason why don't give me this experience bullshit. Scott Fahid is about as slow as my old ass. Put some young, fast linebackers on the field that can make some fucking pursuit tackles. I'm at the point now where I can't even take it no more. Another winnable game here at home. I'm tired of seeing teams come into our fucking house and just use it as a fucking vacation home to fucking whip our asses on it. It's embarrassing. 3 winnable games. The Eagles game should have been won. Young rookie missed an interception that would have sealed the deal. In this game here, from what I've seen, the missed tackles, we thank God Spiller got hurt, or C.J. Spiller got hurt, because our defense couldn't tackle him. But from what I've seen, with him being injured, and we dug our hole, we could have came back and won. However, your defense is fucking horrible right now. Guys, this is a testament how bad of a coach Andy Reid is. You can run on Cleveland. You can run all day on them. And now you can pass on them. If Reid would have ran out LaShawn McCoy, they would have killed us. All right? So you got some work to do, Pat Sherm. I mean, obviously, Haslam's not going to keep you. You're going to be gone. Homegrown, bye. Go back to Seattle. Go back to Seattle, and then whatever you do up there in Seattle, I don't know what the fuck you guys do in Seattle, but, we don't want you no more. Go and put Sherman back with Bradford and fucking St. Louis, whatever. This is embarrassing. Right now, it's about as low, 0-3 again. 6 out of the last 14 years, we're 0-3. This is as low as it gets as a Browns fan. Because I'm seeing, we got a franchise quarterback, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem. We got a coaching staff that is inept. Specifically the head guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, what the fuck? It's like you have no sense of urgency. Clock management? I'm speechless. That takes a lot to get me speechless.